Oh, I am live. Well, hi friends. I wasn't even ready to go live, but you know what? We're just going to roll with this tonight. Let's have some fun with spirit. Hi guys, Kelly McClure, psychic medium. How are you? Like literally, how are you? We're in May, man. We're in May, and that blows my mind. The year is going really, really quickly. I heard a theory that the older you get, the faster time goes because a year is now a very much smaller period of your life, like in ratio. But I still feel like this year is going faster than ever. But anyway, hi, Stephanie and Trisha and Lisa. Nice to see you guys here. Oh my gosh, I'm glad to see a lot of you guys know already how to do this. So, Kristen, I just saw your post. I want to say hi. Not that I'm going to be able to follow you guys. So don't think that just because I'm noticing who's coming on, I'm going to be able to pay attention to that. That's not going to be my job tonight. I'm just here to do readings for you and your loved ones. Not everybody's going to get a reading, obviously, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to loved ones tonight. So, yes, come on and please go ahead and give us the name and relationship of the person you want to talk to. I'll explain it as we go. But I just want to say before we start, everybody's like, okay, I'm gonna ignore that and just I won't look at the feed. I cannot multitask because of my neurodivergence. So I'm going to stay with spirit. It's been a very spirit-filled day for me today. So I think we're going to have a really good time, a really good night, and really good connections. Every time I do a reading, I say a little prayer right before I start, and all I do is ask spirit to come through nice and strong for you. And whatever's supposed to happen happens, and then I try to let go of the rest because I'm also human and I can get caught up in, oh my gosh, am I doing it right? And all that kind of stuff. So happy May. And if you're having a good year, great. If it's difficult, I'm sorry, but it's going quick. All right. So we're going to connect with your loved ones in spirit. I'm intending that whoever really needs a reading tonight or however spirit wants to work out, we're going to go for the highest good. Please know that if you don't get a reading tonight, it's not because they are not trying to come through and they're competing with a lot of other spirit and, you know, the highest source has to work it out. So as we go on and do readings tonight, I just need you to type in the first name and the relationship, and that's it. And let me go from there. That does kind of help me cut to the chase so I don't have to spend a lot of time like figuring out who it is. I can just ask spirit to show me that person. When I do give you what I get from that, if you could please come back on, first of all, let us know you're still here and that you're still on the feed. And secondly, please validate what does make sense to you. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. If it makes sense, please let us know. Not only for your sake and that I can give more, but also for everybody else on the feed who didn't get a reading. They want to know. I mean, part of the reason we do this is to let people know this is real and that they can get a reading by booking on our website. So, you know, I really want you to validate. It's just fun for everybody and it's going to be fun for you. And your loved one can come through even more if you validate. So first name and relationship. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. Obviously, there's too many people and I'm only on for an hour. So I'll get to whoever I can. But please stay to the end because at the end, we're going to give you a code and it's a discount code that you can now go to my website or Facebook page and book a reading for yourself at a discount. So it's important to stay to the end and just send love and light to everybody. I promise it'll work in your favor. Don't feel bad if you don't get a reading tonight, please. They're chosen all at random anyway, so I have no control over that at all. And my manager Lisa, who's on the feed, and she's randomly picking people, and it's literally like she is just closing her eyes and grabbing someone, so she really doesn't even know who's coming through. Ignore the scammers. People are going to come, and here's how I see this, guys. I think people who don't believe in themselves enough to realize that they have the power and the creative incentive and control and connection to create their own abundance. So they're going to piggyback on other people. So they're really going to try to steal your money. I can't vouch for these people. They're not going to give you a true reading. And even any real psychic who would authentically give you a real reading would never try to piggyback and grab business from someone else's feed. So they're all scammers. Even if they think they're doing it, they're not. I promise you. Spirit tells us how to do this with integrity and love, and they're not doing it that way. They're trying to grab you. So please don't fall for that. No matter how much you're missing your person, ignore the scammers. I've gotten many messages today that I've been hacked or scammed from Instagram, right? So Instagram and Facebook. So if people approach you and say, hey, it's Kelly McClure, all you have to do is register, pay $30 a month. I'll give you free readings, or sign up here. I have a message for you. Contact me. It's not me. It's not me. I never do that. I never solicit readings. You come to me for a reading. You can do that through my Facebook and through my website. I won't hunt you down trying to tell you I have a reading for you. If I ever did that, it would be for free, and you would never have any obligation. You wouldn't have to sign up, give me your information, or pay anything ever. So stay for the discount code at the end, and let's get into it. Okay, so a lot of you are doing the right thing. Name and relationship. And let me take a sip of water, and then we'll go right into our first reading. Very exciting. Okay, let's go. Okay, so Jill wants to talk to her father, Gary. Okay, I have my little whiteboard. I'm trying to save the trees. Sometimes I scribble down information on my whiteboard. Okay, I think I've connected with Gary very quickly. So there's a male figure. He's either, I think he's sitting down. So, and I feel like he went from big to small. So maybe he was very active and large, and then he had to sit down or be in a wheelchair at the end or whatever. But he's sitting down next to me. He doesn't look super old, so I think something happened to diminish his energy, and I'm getting a little bit of energy in my head, mostly on the left. That could be a lot of things, but I am feeling it. And he's leaning forward, and he's really wanting to talk. He does seem to have a shirt on that's kind of rolled up to 3/4. He just doesn't seem super old to me. And he still seems sort of brawny, or sort of like, strength.
Kelly, can you ask her to see if she's still on?
Jill, please let us know, first of all, if you're still on, and secondly, if anything that I'm saying makes sense. And when you guys validate what I say, don't just say, yeah, yes. Say, yes, he wore a shirt with the sleeves rolled up. Yes, he was brought. Yes, like specifically. That's for the sake of not only that I know that you're confirming what I said, but for other people to see.
I see it.
Okay, so and he says, if he had not passed from this incident, I think he was in for a longer haul illness, that on a soul level, he just didn't want it. That wasn't his style. He just couldn't do that. So, okay. He kind of saying sorry for the regret of maybe other people would wish that he would have hanged on longer and stuck around, and kind of, he just couldn't. It would have been awful. It would have been worse. It would have been harder. Right. And he's talking about 2 children and then 2 children. So I feel like there's 2 and then 2. Oh, and maybe one of his issues would have been a harder chest issue because I felt pain there. there's a male figure coming into your life that seems like he'll fill a role of some sort. That I think Gary's really kind of saying he's a good guy, give him a chance. Maybe it's a stepfather role or something like that, but it's a male figure that's living, who's I feel like he's bringing in. He also wants, okay, he says, you're doing everything right. You question yourself all the time. Other people are making you feel like, even though you have an instinct about your children and what to do or whatever it is to do in your life, you're being influenced by somebody who's making you have some self-doubt, and he wants you to let that go and trust yourself. He spreads a little bit of coins in front of you. I have no idea what that means, but let me ask him a little bit about that, because he went, like, I had two different flashes of an image in my mind. One is someone just sort of spreading coins in front of you, and then when I looked at him, he got more serious. So he has very two different personality styles. One is very serious when he's like wanting things done correctly or trying to help or trying to, make sure that whatever. And the other is very lighthearted. Coins. Well, when I first had that image pop in my head, I thought, oh, he's pouring abundance out in front of you. But I actually think it might be more literal than that. Something he might be saying about coins. So let me know if any of that makes sense.
Her and her sister are both on, Kelly.
Yeah.
And they both are agreeing to everything you're saying.
Okay.
That it's their dad and everything. You are exactly right.
Also know that he's very strong in presence and still close to the earth in vibration, which means he's around you. He's around your family. He's taking care of you guys. Whatever it is you need, just ask. You guys are already working really hard to do your part. In fact, he shows me with your sister a hammock that she needs to go lay down and take a rest in this. And let spirit work a little harder for you. You guys are trying too hard. And he's sorry that he had to leave that age, but it would have been worse if he didn't. So I'll leave you with that. He's a good guy. He loves you. He'll look after you. And you guys are both expect to receive some blessings here. Okay. Thank you. Linda, your son Samson, please. Oh, I feel like I spoke with him before. All right. Let me ask. I'm not really sure if this is Samson or what it is I thought I was going to be picking up, because honestly, when you said that name, I thought I was going to be picking up a full-grown young male with dark hair, good-looking guy, white guy, kind of cool clothes on, or at least a t-shirt that meant something. But what I'm actually picking up is division of a younger male, maybe still a kid, or someone who was maybe a little disabled or something. So my sense is that this person is bringing someone through who might have been, I don't know, physically diminished in some way, or So I'm actually picking up on two males. Let me know if this makes sense to you, if you're still on, Linda. And if you are, Samson. Would Samson be someone who would help someone who's disabled, or is he disabled? So I kind of need to know that to figure out. Go ahead.
Okay, now Linda Dubois Bauer just got on, and she says, that's my son that you're describing. So I don't know.
Linda, let me know.
Asking for her son.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
she said, and Dustin would bring through another spirit.
All right. Let me know.
And the other Linda is now on.
Okay. So one of them might be one Linda's son, and the other one is the other Linda's son, and they're together helping each other. So I kind of need to know which is which. But if there's one who has some limitation or physical limitation who would need help, or actually, it might not be that. It might be that when he passed, he was incapacitated in some way. And this.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Okay. Linda, the one Samson, says he has a disabled son.
Oh,
so Samson has a disabled son.
Okay. Okay. But his disabled son is still alive? So
I'm assuming.
He has a disabled son. Okay, well here, let me just go on with what I'm feeling and let's, because I really want to honor the both of you, because I feel like the son to Linda is here and well, maybe that's true. Maybe now in spirit, he's helping other disabled kids and he's helping other people who are disabled, and that's his purpose in spirit. That's kind of what I'm feeling like. Also, did someone throw car keys across the lawn or something like that? Like, and then thought it would be just a joke, and then you couldn't find them. And then finally you did, but everybody had to come out and look. There's like a thing about that. So, so Samson, I think, is telling me that the reason he had to be in spirit is to help people like his son. And this other one, so Linda Branham, I'm sorry, I'm so confused as to whose son is Samson. She said,
so Linda Branham has the son Samson, and Samson has a disabled son.
And Samson is he the taller one, good-looking guy with the dark hair, kind of young, or is that the other one, Linda's son?
Linda Bauer said her son is tall, dark haired, kind of young. He was 21.
Well, it's very confusing. So the only way
just read what you're seeing, and maybe it'll make sense.
Okay, I'll just tell you what I'm saying. He's showing me the keys.
Oh, okay, hang on. Okay. Linda Branham said Samson was 22. So
okay. Wow. Okay, so here's a case of the sleeper pen, I think, because when we get two spirits that are very similar, it's kind of like if you go bowling, you bowl down all the pins and you think you only have one, and when you knock it down, there's one behind it. So I'm seeing maybe an image of one, but both images are coming through. So there's got to be a similar message if that's true. So this would be a message for both of you guys, and it would be, and I'm going to tell you that I think that this young man is saying that, and the keys, I think, also would be something that might fit for both of you. Either keys were thrown, something was thrown that was lost, and everybody's looked for it. It's kind of a joke, and then it ended up being more serious than that. It's like, why did you do that? Now I can't find them. And then everybody had to look, and we found them. He's also saying that the one thing I'm seeing about his passing, which I didn't see much before, is just being pushed back. And then kind of like being surprised by that. My neck hurts a little bit. He's saying he's got a very good sense of humor, and he's a writer. So he likes to write a lot, or he likes to express himself in words on paper a lot. And he gave me a thumbs up on that. Huh. So, okay. And he says that he's okay. And this mission, this purpose of losing someone young like that is that there are people in heaven who need them there. And so I think one of them's purpose is to help disabled people. The other one, he seems like he fixes things for people, like maybe things with wheels, cars and things. So maybe he's helping with oh my God, my whole left arm is hurting really bad now, and I'm not really sure why. Okay, any more information on that?
Just Linda Dubois Bauer said the writing is her Dustin, is her son.
Okay.
But I haven't heard anything from the other Linda yet.
So just know that they're both okay. They're both in spirit. And in the end, there is a purpose for them being there, and it's to help other people. And it's to help people who pass from these different ways, who, if they pass young, they don't really have parents and grandparents there that grab them and love them and stuff like that. So,
oh my gosh, I have to tell you this.
What?
So Linda Dubois Bauer said that her son's, Dustin's sister, is now disabled, and she has left side issues.
Oh, and then left side. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh, well, that's it then. That's the purpose. Just know that both of your sons had to go to spirit to help other people. Their life on earth was just sort of an introduction to what they're doing in spirit, and they're making a huge difference. And I know that's hard to lose them, but please know that there is a higher purpose, and that's why they're there. And they love you very much, and they miss their life, but they're doing very, very good work in spirit. Dustin and Samson, and I'm just going to be friends with them because they're both cool. So, all right. Thank you guys very much. Next, Stephanie. So Jen wants to hear from Stephanie as a friend. Okay. Again, you guys, ask once or twice. Don't inundate the feed. And Lisa's going to get to as many people as she can, and she's just picking people at random. So there's nothing we can do to make it happen. Nothing you can do to make it happen. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's not meant to be. So.
And Jen is on.
Okay, great. Stephanie. Huh. So, as I asked for Stephanie, as she's kind of like presenting herself, I just want to touch on one thing that's really important here. When I first started readings, I thought that there was no control over who comes through, or nothing I could do to decide. And I met a psychic who said, no, I dial in to certain people. And I didn't believe it at the time. And now I do. I do, because what I intend is I look at your name and her name and I go, my intention is to connect with you, Stephanie. If you can, please come through. And as I did that, a female energy who feels pretty young sort of gathered her energy and sat down. And it felt like she came from big to small. So she doesn't look super big. Stephanie. She's blonde. Her she's kind of doing her hair, but I also feel like it sort of either gets diminished, falls out, or whatever, because as she's doing it, and then her bright smile. So let me know if she's young, blonde, and if there was a hair issue. And she has a really pretty bright smile. She has a necklace on, which, okay, she tells me there's one necklace that she wore a lot and wore it all the time, but there was other stuff she would change. But that one thing. And this is Jen asking for her friend. So Jen, let me know if that makes sense for Stephanie.
She said she's brunette.
She's brunette. No, this girl doesn't look brunette. Okay, so all right, let me look for a brunette. Let me ask.
Oh. She said yes. She did wear the same bracelet, but I think you said necklace, right?
Yeah, it looks like a necklace to me, and she looks blonde, unless she changed her hair or it fell out or something else like that happened. I don't think this is her, but I think I can connect with her. I just don't think this woman's going to go away. So hold on one sec. Yeah. So, and there's something about, I'm so sorry, Jen. Everything that I feel like is coming through is geared to her. There's something about 11 again with November or 11/11. She tells me that she's either one of three or has three kids. She feels frantic. She's pointing over here, which I feel like maybe Stephanie is here, and Stephanie's probably a giver. And it's like, okay, if you need to come through more than me, maybe I'll let you do that. Okay, let me go here then. Now this woman's a little bit bigger.
Oh, hang
on. Go ahead.
She said she did change her hair often, but was usually brunette, and her birthday is in November.
Oh my God. Okay, so and did she go from having weight and kind of a not full figure, but in neither one of these images do I see her very big. So I have to be careful about that word. But I feel like she went from that to kind of, when she came and sat down, she got smaller, lost weight. All right. Let me go.
Oh, okay. She was one of three children, and yes, she lost weight.
Okay, that's why. So that's why I'm seeing two different images of her, because when she first came through, it's probably more about how she looked before she passed. And then when I asked, she kind of shot me over to this other, who's being very much more active in picking things up. What are you picking up? What? My fan. I have a set of glasses here. She's picking my shit. Oh, she says she moves shit around. So if you got a right now, she's getting pretty excited. If you got, oh my God, she's talking too fast, so I have to slow her down. If you got a sign of like stuff moved or something that represented her moved, and then she's also talking about, oh, and remember I had a thing with my tooth on the right hand side, or you did, and it feels like it was like they wanted to do a thing with it that you didn't want done or she didn't want done. And she goes, and she also says they're now she's talking too fast. It's hard to interpret. So I'm gonna ask her to calm down, slow down. She's like, say hi to my loved ones. She's got a young male figure she's saying hi to. She's also talking about the number 12. She says that you talk to her a lot, you ask about her a lot, and it's almost like she tries to be around. She's doing all kinds of things because she's moving the curtains, she's flicking the lights, she says that as much as she didn't want to leave, and still acknowledges that, and I've learned more and more what the difference is between a soul level and a human level, but on a human level, doesn't feel like this was right. She passed too young. She's still so excited about heaven. Like there's so much going on there. And so even though she's talking about it being tragic and kind of unexpected and kind of quick, in the vision that I'm seeing her as bigger, the only really thing that I saw was bigger was her chest. So it was like as she lost weight, and she says that
she had breast cancer.
Oh, she had breast cancer. Oh, that's what it is. That's why oh my God. Okay. So she's doing great. She's okay. She's at peace and she can still be around. She's very excited about that. She's learned a lot about vibration. I almost feel like there was you know how when you're young and you have friends and you go and you do like a little seance in the closet and the candle and all that spooky stuff. She's showing me that. But actually, that means more to her now than ever. And she loves you and you're going to be fine. And she's going to answer your prayers. So stick in there, hang in there. You're going to be okay. I just want to know who the two she's kind of thanking you for looking after her family, her kids, whatever. And that she's okay is mostly what she wants to tell her family is she's okay. And that she can still be around. She can still like participate in their lives, things like that. So, I don't know what this continuing about the seances, but if there's anyone in her family who's like kind of, and I feel like it's younger, so maybe kids or something who's like, oh, we do seances or let me explore spirit or whatever. I feel like she's around them and she's helping them to not be spooked by it, but to understand that it's a real actual thing. So, all right, next.
Okay.
Oh my God. She says there's a ton of people wanting to come through, so she had to move. Okay, so Edward says his mother, Joan. Okay, sorry. I know, I wish I could follow you guys' feed, but it goes really fast on my screen. I don't have any way to pay attention to it. Edward, I have a feeling this isn't your mom, but there is a woman coming through who looks maybe it is, or it's your mom and grandma, but because I feel like it's more grandma energy, but okay. I'll just tell you what's coming through. This little woman's coming through. She doesn't look very tall. She's she would have done her hair in order to be here. So her hair looks really nice. She wanted to make sure that it was really nice. She's also handing out tons of cards that looks like birthday cards, thank you cards, like she would always be on top of that. She has a cute little, I don't know, sweater on, or something over her blouse, matching little outfit. But there's another woman with her, and so I almost feel like they're that same kind of sleeper pin. Like maybe I'm picking up an image on one, but I want you to pay attention to the fact that there may be somebody else. So first of all, let us know you're still here. And let me know if that makes sense for your mom. If she was close to her mother or had another female that she was very, very close to who would be in spirit with her, and that I could be picking up on both. And are you supposed to write thank you cards about something, or would that be something that she'd do and would, and then, and she's like, but did I hear talking? Okay, I don't know. I hear voices and I always try to see if it's spirit or on your phone, Lisa.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay.
And she says, it's another thing that's probably specific to her, but a little bit weird. Let's say she had an ailment and she just grabs it and throws it away. So either she's ignoring it or she overcame that one. And here's another one. She grabs it and throws it away. And here's another one. And so I feel like she's sort of finally succumbed to all these different things. And I also feel like she's still a little bit younger than you would hope that she would pass. But she's with this woman who's older. And so I'm confused. Let me know if you're still on, if this makes sense.
I don't see him. He hasn't jumped on, I don't think, unless
So,
he just went by too fast.
She's not going away. If he comes back on, I believe she does have a brief message for him. So, Edward, if you're still on, let us know. Well, the brief message is these cards, and it kind of, honestly, I'm going to say, I feel like she's saying, look, you need to be more thankful for what you do have and not so angry about what you've lost, because you can recoup all that, or it can come back to you. But when you're in the vibration of unfairness and loss, I got hit in the eye right here just now. It's hard to come back through. And also, please let me know if you're on.
A little bit. No, that's okay.
Okay. Next. Yeah. Okay. Sadie wants to know about LaDonna, her mother. I love that name. It's so great. And it's from Sadie. Okay. LaDonna. I hope this is your mom. Please let me know if you're still on. As soon as I kind of intended that name in my mind and called it out, a woman came not so much by me or by you, but over here in front. And she does look like a leadership type woman. She's very strong. She's not very old. I guess middle age, maybe upper middle age, but she doesn't look very old. But she looks very strong, like she was a leader of something. Maybe, and she's in front of a group of people where she's, let me see if I can feel in her body. I just see her coming through and going, strength, leadership. She has either a suit or a coat on. She's talking to people. She's coming through pretty like a strong personality. And I feel like she was kind of felt like she was almost wiped out too young. I don't feel like she's old. She says that she followed either her career or her path so closely, so intently that she wasn't noticing some things. So, Sadie, let me know if you're still on.
She's on.
Okay. And if that makes sense for her, if she was a strong, powerful woman, but then just kind of ignored her own issues and then it caught up to her. That's what I feel. And just kind of bummed about that. Kind of like, and we're left feeling like, well, if you would just have paid attention, and I almost feel like it was a weird lower abdomen organ kind of thing. And but she had strong ideas and thoughts and ambitions, which I think she's hoping that you would embrace your dreams and ambitions and not think that, first of all, you're not going to die young. Secondly, you do have the power to accomplish what you want, and that you don't have to depend on other people specifically to do it. And she's really right in my face about this. So, I know that we think, there's a confusion about depending on everybody as depending on certain people. So I tell people all the time, you can't do it alone. Otherwise we'd have our own planet. We need each other. But you don't need any one specific person. If that person turns out to not be in line with what it is you want to create and you need to let them go, then so be it. She'll be in line with you. She's giving lots of energy. I do feel energy in my chest and kind of weird thing. The only thing I would say that I think that she's warning you about or asking you to look at is a little bit of stress that you're holding in centrally, which to me means stomach, esophagus, Barrett's esophagus, something like that. Other than that, do you have 2 kids and do you want 2 more? Because if you want 2 more, I feel like she's got 2 in spirit. So that's either 2 that passed away, 2 that was lost, didn't make it, or that are coming in. So Sadie, let me know if any of that makes sense to you. But she's got thumbs up and she'll be there, powerhouse right behind you. You got to believe in yourself. Okay. Has she said anything?
Yeah, she died when she was 40. She had cancer for 7 years and she was very, very strong.
Yeah. Okay.
And I haven't heard anything since that. So
I think that's her message for Sadie. So, okay, let's move on. Okay. So Tanya, your brother Ronnie. Okay. All right. So this is for Tanya, her brother Ronnie. I had a really salty dinner. Ronnie. Okay. There's a very soft voice male figure coming to me. Feels kind of middle-aged. His energy certainly wouldn't like be overpowering or, any way controlling or anything. It's just very lovingly and softly coming through. I am getting a weird energy in my left shoulder and arm where I feel like I have to like readjust it. So that may be something that has to do like dislocating or something like that. But I feel like I have to like, click it back in place. Go on. Other than that, he's not showing me anything too intense. Ronnie. I think he would do. I feel more like I'm picking up on his personality. So first of all, Tanya, let us know that you're here, and I'm going to describe the personality a little bit that I feel is coming through, and any of that makes sense, let us know. I feel like there's a very loving, soft energy about like, okay, now I'm going to help this person or that animal or that. Almost feel like if you run across a little animal in distress, he would take it in and okay. So he doesn't look super big in stature. He's coming through at one point really physically in shape and fit. And then that's the only energy I'm feeling. So I have no idea how he passed. But he again, he doesn't look super old. He is coming with maybe a tinge of gray, but and maybe a little facial hair. His eyes are bright. Please let me know, Tanya, if you're on, and if any of that makes sense. And do you rescue animals? Did he rescue animals? Because I feel like it's almost like a little, I'll take him up and I think you or he would do that to the nth degree. And that's either animals and or / children, like fostering or anything like that. Has she come back on to validate anything?
No, she hasn't. But Linda that was earlier, Dubois, she said that Tanya's been waiting for a reading. She keeps trying to tag her. So just give her the message, and I'm sure Linda will have her rewatch
so
it.
In other words, she knows her?
Yes, I guess
okay,
so.
All right.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. All right. So I will just say that, okay. Oh, well, this is interesting. I feel like this is a humanitarian, someone who would rescue animals or support that in the way that it comes through. But I also feel like he's saying you're going to get a lucky streak financially. So if you like to go to the casino or you like to win a little bit of money, that's coming through. And that don't feel like that's counter to what you do. Don't feel like, well, I can't put a priority on money because my emphasis is on humanitarianism. They can coincide. You can be rich and a human. He's like going to slide in a little money. Okay. And he says that it's a really interesting image that's coming through because for some reason, I almost feel like he's sliding in on his stomach. I've never seen this before, but the only thing I can think of is like a I don't know, a slip and slide or whatever. But anyway, he comes to him and he says that in spirit, he's trying to help people who want to help people and who want to help animals, who want to use their resources to forward life and to make things better. And that's how and however you interpret that and however you need that, he will provide. There's two different either children or grandchildren that he's referencing, both of which are like on those stair stepping people, animals, or money, people. And he's still thinking all of it can work out. Like he believes in balance. He touches his nose for some reason. That's weird. The only thing I can think to interpret that is that if someone has the same nose or if there's something happened to someone's nose here on earth, I don't feel like it's him. When I look at him, it doesn't look like that. Such a weird message. Pretty sure that's one of my most unique ones. Okay, let's move on. Yeah. So Stacy says her mother, Diane. Okay. I'm going to ask for Diane. Again, you guys, please stay to the end. I'll give you a code. So if you don't get a reading today, as much as you're asking as much as I want to do it, I'll give you a good discount so you can afford it. Okay. Diane comes up to me over here. She's looking over my shoulder. Things are very, very administrative or paperwork or working things out or business, and it brings us sort of to another Diane I know who worked at the church as an administrator, but definitely a lot of paperwork. So let me know, Stacy, if you're still on, and if you know if your mom did like organizing or a lot of paperwork or kind of administrative stuff. The energy that I'm feeling that she's coming through with is it's probably surprising that she passed young because I think she tried to keep herself very healthy. So I feel like I'm skidding in with a really healthy body and then this surprise sort of event. Or, well, it could have taken a little bit of time, but I'm surprised by it. I'm also getting pricked in the finger. So she tells me that could have a lot to do with what she tried to make. Like, what's that so? Like maybe she did needlepoint, or I don't know what that is, but it pricked. It's weird. She had a very and still does a very active and then down life. Like, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then a rest, which I think she wants you to do more. Has Stacy come back on?
Yeah, she's on, and she said yes, that she worked as an administrator / secretary.
Okay.
That's all I have so far.
So, Stacy, I really think that she wants you to balance better your output and your input. So in other words, like what you do for others and then resting for yourself. And she also says that you either have, I'm not really sure how I interpret this, but like 2 to 3 kids. So if there's 2 and 1, or like 2 kids and a stepkid, or 2, well, 2, and that it's not, it's your, and she's taken some responsibility for it, because I feel like it's your own interpretation of what you should do and accomplish and finish and do that keeps you driven to think you're not doing enough. Please come let me know if that makes sense. And if it does, please, she's saying, like, chill out, like, relax, like, take more time for yourself. Kids are going to be fine. Everybody's going to be fine. Like, you need to stop trying to be perfect. Let go of the perfectionism of doing what you're doing for others, and just chill out. Let that balance more, and then you'll have more to give, and it'll be effortless instead of stressful. She loves you. You're doing a great job. You're a fantastic mom. I can't say that I think she's ever seen a better mom. You're a wonderful mom. You're doing great. Relax. Take more time for yourself. Okay, that's her message. Brooke's husband, Mitch. Okay, from Brooke. Come on, Mitch. And again, even if I move on, please, validate, because even though I can't read them all, other people can, and they just want to know it's real. They just want to know that it makes sense. And even if they don't get a reading today, they would love to see your validations. And remember to be specific about your validations. I feel like Mitch is here, and Brooke, I'm not going to move on until we talk to him, but I forgot that we might have take a break for announcements. So right now, the only announcements I have for you is that next Monday on the 23rd, I will be at a location called Finch, and we'll do readings for people in the audience. It's in Wildemar, California, starting at 6 o'clock. And you can get tickets on our website and Facebook page. Our website is Kelly McClure's Psychic Medium. Facebook is Psychic Medium Kelly McClure. Make sure it's spelled correctly. Absolutely. If you see Kelly with 2 E's, no, that's not me. Kelly, Kelly, McClure, MCCLURE. Psychic, PSYCHIC. Medium, MEDIUM. If you see any other spelling or weird stuff, that's not me. But go on there. You'll find tickets to Finch. It's so cool. You guys, you only pay like what, $20, $25 for the event, and you can come and watch what happens, and then you can decide if you want to book. And you might get a reading. And the food and drinks are great. So bring your money, bring your allowance, and buy food and drink.
And bring your appetite.
And bring your appetite. Don't eat dinner. Eat there. They've got great food. So that's the 23rd on Monday. Okay. So Mitch for Brooke.
And she's here.
Thank you, Brooke, for being here. Let's ask for Mitch. The first thing I feel with him, I have no idea why I want to close my pen. I haven't done it all night. Is a whole lot of energy in my chest, but I feel like I'm puffing my chest up. Okay, Mitch. Come on, Mitch. There are he's referencing other males with him, or honestly, it feels like a brotherhood, and this is just my guess, firemen, policemen, some sort of organization, military, I don't know, but like a brotherhood. And when he does this, Mitch, come on. I feel like he's fairly young. He's good looking. He's got a broad chest. He's referencing other people that are close to him. And maybe this is work related because of this brotherhood. Like maybe, okay, go on. I'm seeing the number 3. There's either 3 children left behind or he's one of 3, but he's feeling sad about this. Beautiful smile, just had dental work done. And had plans. You guys either had like, you were about to go on vacation or were thinking about planning a trip or a cruise or something like that. Brooke, let me know if that makes any sense to you, because if it does, I feel like he's kind of the overall really cool guy, like a good friend, a good father, a good husband, a good son, a good, like, he's just a good guy.
He said, I got a yes, but I don't know what yes to. And then she says, our 3 kids. And then what you just said, I guess.
Exactly. Okay. That's him. And what he's saying.
She said we were going on vacation to the desert.
Okay. And what he's saying is that I am so sorry that I had to leave. He did not expect that at all. He didn't expect that, even though I think it was a good, like, in my words, a Christian man, or believed in God, or believed in, little energy in my head, but mostly here. And he's like, I didn't ever in 100 years believe I would be taken away from my family, but I have to trust that it's for a reason, because of my faith or because of my experience now. He says that I'm in heaven, I'm with God, and I'm doing the best I can to be with my fellows who might have gone on before him and help other men his age, and be with your children as well. And he would always, I know you pray every day, please look after our children and protect them. Done deal, done and dusted. They will never, ever, ever come to great harm, because he will be there. And he gives you a solemn oath on that. He also says that you might have a the only way I can interpret it is like a little ribbon or plaque or pin or something that has to do with a kind of a achievement. And then we were expecting the next one to be bigger and the next one to be bigger. Blue ribbon, something blue, but it looks like a little blue cross. And then we didn't get there. But believe me, he's gotten there, and your kids, and you will too. And he loves you, and he still thinks you're just the most amazing. He says to me, so many men underestimate their wives, underestimate the women in their lives, and think that they have to do everything for them. And I really think that he wanted to, but he just acknowledges your strength and your persistence, and you have just blown everybody away by what you can accomplish and who you are. And you're much stronger than him. And his muscles may have looked bigger than yours, but your spirit is so much stronger. So he gives you that credit. Don't give up. You're going to be okay. And it'll be hard as shit, but you're strong as hell, and you're going to get through this. Okay. I'm sorry for your loss. He's a great guy. I hate it when the great ones go. Any other announcements we need to do?
No.
Okay, we can move on. Let's go. Okay. So Cindy says, Betty, my mother. Okay, Betty. Come on, Betty. Okay. So this seems like well, she's interesting. I think it's a white woman. She's a little bit smaller in stature. She flies under the radar, but very effective. So the things that she would talk to people about, come on, Betty, come on, Betty. I don't feel anything in my body. I can't tell you how she passed or anything yet, but her personality seems to be coming through a lot. And she flies under the radar. And then, but she seems like a base, like, okay, you this, you this. So a little manipulative, but in a lighthearted and very good intention way. But she can really do it, though. Really, line things up, bamboozle things. I feel like she was on her go, and then this might be metaphoric, but let me tell you how it felt. It felt like I was on the roll. I was going, and then whew, I went down. And so I literally felt like I was going, and then fell forward. Let me know, Cindy, first of all, if you're still on and if that makes sense to you at all.
I don't see her on.
I'm seeing a lot of yellow with her and a lot of a little bit of like misdirection. And I don't want to call it manipulation because I think she has a good heart, but I feel like it's misdirected. Like, I'll tell you this, but I'm going to do that. Okay, come back on. Let us know when you are on. Oh,
here she is.
Okay.
She's on.
Let me know if that makes sense to you about her, and if you feel a little bit, like she would kind of rock a little bit, and you'd be like, I know I can trust my mom, but then why? I don't know why am she telling me one thing and doing another. She also says, "Oh, okay, okay." One of the reasons that it might be okay, might be why you feel this way, or why she's describing her experience this way, is that I almost feel like you really weren't sure what she wanted. Did she want to be cremated or buried? Did she want to do this and that? And whatever happened was fine with her. And she really, doesn't care specifically about every detail she said. It was just more that she thought she was expected to give a certain answer. And so I feel like there may be people you maybe even left behind going, I'm not sure I did the right thing. Absolutely. She's fine. But there, okay. I don't think there was any ill intent, but you may have been left behind feeling a little unstable about, like, okay, what do I do and how do I create my life? And she's pulling people into spirit. So if you have lost a couple of people since she died, she was there for them and she kind of helped them go and kind of pulled them in and well, she's kind of a pistol. She's she likes earth if it's colorful, but she also likes heaven if there's a lot to do. She's okay though, and you're going to be okay. But it might feel a little unstable because she's not here, in that now you get to decide how you want to do things that might look very different. And maybe that's correct for you. For you, you can let go of how you thought things should be and do it the way you want to do it. And that's her big message. And she gives you a kiss. And I'm not sure if you're one of two or you have two kids, but I feel like that's the message is going down the line. And she, there was something weird buried or underneath. There's a little bit of a message of a secret found out, like maybe her father wasn't her true father or something like that. So once that's kind of brought to light, it's okay. It'll be okay. And not to let it rock your world, but just to go, okay, well, that's how it was. And I can still do what I need to do to create the life I want. She has full confidence in you. She's saying goodbye. Okay. All right, next.
One more?
Yeah, one more. Hi, Danielle, your sister Melissa. Listen, this is the last one I'm going to do. You guys hang on till the end of this. I'm going to give you a code. Sorry if I couldn't get to you. If you got a reading tonight, please do go ahead and validate what came through for the others. All they want to do is know that their loved ones it's possible to connect and get a message. And if they didn't get a reading, then that's what they want to know. So be specific about what you're validating. If it doesn't make sense, be honest too. I don't want, any misrepresentation. But Melissa is going to get to talk to Danielle. That'll probably be our last one. And then I'll give you guys a code to get a discount. So Danielle wants to talk to Melissa. Wow. I'll tell you everything I feel, and I hope this is her. I can't imagine it would be anybody else. It feels fairly young, almost up to middle age, not even quite. Heavy, dark, sitting down, but full-hearted, full figure. She doesn't look sick, so I feel like it was either sudden or unexpected, but I feel like she's sitting down. This also feels like a woman who would give anything for everybody else, any family members. I'm not sure if you're one of two or have other two, but she's like, I'm taking care of these two. She says that. So I felt a little weird energy in my hand, mostly in my thumb, which felt like it got pricked. And then I think there also might be a weird thing, like maybe she's left-handed, or maybe something else has to do with the left. So again, Danielle, let us know if you're here.
She's on.
Okay.
She said that she was 36 and unexpected.
Unexpected. And did you guys plant or garden, or I want to say berry, but I almost feel like you did it for the sake of the flowers or something like that. And it could, so my guess could be like if you took her ashes and put them in the garden, or I'm not really sure if that's something you did before she passed or if something in honor of her, but she feels honored by that. She slings her arms around you and she's like, you can do her life for her. So when Spirit says this to you, I feel like, yeah, you can live, she lives vicariously through you, but you have to do your own life. And bright teeth until a certain point, and then maybe something else going on in the back. Wow. She says that either this already happened or it's going to happen. Like, let's say you thought you were done having kids, and then late in life you had or gonna have to, or it was a thing that might happen. You guys always talked about doing different things. Okay, go on. In my mind, I'm hearing like, okay, challenging each other. Okay, well, we're going to do this. That would be the craziest thing we could do. Let's travel to blah, blah, blah. Oh no, let's do this. This. So one of the regrets is that I think she has a big picture of what life could be all about and what this world would have to offer. And maybe she didn't get to live all that, but I think she would really support you in doing all of the dreams that you want to do. And that if you ever need any resources to do that, she would do it. So, and she loves you and you're doing a great job. And I think you are trying to pay special attention to either her kids or people that are meaningful to her. And she thanks you for that. Yeah. She's also putting kisses on stickers. I have no idea what that means. It could be like stickers that have lips, or I don't know what that is, but I think you do. All right. And that may have to do with her, you, or someone she's referring as her, someone you're helping, taking care of, her kids, her whatever. Okay. And she says, continue to do what you do, plant the trees, whatever you're doing. Oh, shit. I just knocked my lamp. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry if I couldn't get to everybody. I do like to go up after and read the comments. So I think that other people like to see that if you did get a reading tonight, anything that we didn't get to announce that was an affirmation or a validation, please go ahead and validate and let other people see. And your code tonight is what? Oh, there it is. 15% off. Use the code FBLIVE0517. That's today's date, May 17th. And it's good until the 22nd. So as long as you book before that day, you don't have to get the reading before that day. Just book by that day, you'll get the 15% off. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Hopefully we'll be on next week or the week after for doing some card readings, which is super, super fun. And hold on. What's she say? Suddenly the feed just like paused on something, and I thought I would have a second to read it, but I couldn't. Thank you guys very, very much. Please use the code to book. Listen, there's lots of scammers out there. There's lots of people taking my identities. So just pay attention to the spelling and the wording. Kelly McClure, psychicmedium.com, exactly how it shows up on the screen. KELLY MCCLURE, psychicmedium.com. That's my website. Probably the safest place to book from. My Facebook page is exactly the opposite, psychicmediumkellymcclure.com. Also, just make sure that all the history is there. And I went from blonde to purple. And thank you guys very much. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good night.